All right, 10th place in the league. You were picked 11th. I know that was a big deal, Lauren, to finish higher than people thought you would be. Are you pleased with that? How are you feeling?
I mean, we did finish higher, but there's always more work to improve on, and we had a couple losses that, I think that we definitely should have and could have won those games. So, but, I'm proud of us and our girls and our team and everyone for fighting and for getting where we're at.
How are you feeling about the season so far, Kailey?
It's been a lot of fun, first year in the Big 12. There's a lot of tough teams, and like she said, there was some games that we could have won, but overall I'm proud of our girls and what we were able to do.
You guys are a different team from the beginning of the year. You've had a lot of iterations of not only experience, but roster kind of shake up and injuries and whatnot. How would you sort of summarize the journey you've been on to this point and how different you are now?
Yeah, like you said, we've had a lot of different issues and whatnot come about, but I think that it's made us stronger ultimately, and we've had to grow a lot together and rely on each other even more every time something happened, and we've just adjusted really well, and I think that it's just taught us a lot about ourselves and also about each other, and I think we've all grown a lot as people on and off the court throughout this season, and I think we're all super close, and we all have the same common goal, and it's just been fun to be able to see everybody every day show up and put in the work to be able to get there.
When you came back to BYU, you had certain reasons for doing so. What has been satisfying and gratifying in that process, and what has been more of a challenge that maybe you've learned something from?
I would say I've been grateful with the whole experience being back here at BYU. Yeah, we've had some losses and whatnot, but I've been so pleased and happy to be back here, and every single day, every practice, every game. It's just been fun to be able to play back at, in home and what feels like home, and to be surrounded by such great people every day. And like Wooly here is just going on a mission. We have such great examples around us everywhere, and it's been so it's been very touching for me, not even just as a player but just as a person, to be able to be surrounded by these girls.
Let's talk about the mission in a second, but at the beginning of the year, when you're a freshman, you want to play. You didn't come to sit on the bench or redshirt. You came to play. You didn't know you'd get these kind of minutes, I think, but what's it been like to grow in that way and get a ton of shots and lead the Big 12 in three-point shooting percentage?
Yeah, I never expected this. By coming in the summer, we had a ton of people ahead of me, but then with injuries and different things, I kind of had to step up, me and Amari, as freshmen, and we obviously made a lot of mistakes coming in, but I think we grew a lot over the course of this season, and we're definitely way different players than we were at the beginning.
There's like the pros and cons of this too, right? Like you grow as a team, you're getting better, younger, but for you, it's your last year, right? So how have you sort of navigated? Like you said, it's been awesome. You've been playing at home. You set the all-time rebounding record. It's the first year in the Big 12 with, okay, I want us to grow up, but I want us to grow up fast, because let's do it right now while I'm a senior.
Yeah, like Wooly said, the freshmen have had a really big responsibility having to take on this huge role, especially as their first year. Going from a high school level now to all of a sudden starting and getting all these minutes and having to do so much for our team, and it's been super fun as upperclassmen to be able to see that, and to be able to see these freshmen come in and take on such a big role, and not only take it on but do it well. For me, it's motivating to want to work harder and to try to be the best example that I can be. So Amber does a great job at recruiting, as you can tell, and it's been super rewarding to be able to play with these freshmen, because you wouldn't know they were freshmen.
Who knew that Kailey just wanted another year with Delaney Gibb? Like, you must really like Delaney to go on a mission and then get that extra year. I'm kidding. Okay, all Big 12 teams. You weren't on the preseason Big 12 teams, and we were like, whoa, what's going on? First team, how gratifying was that? And congratulations on honorable mention, by the way. It was a big deal as a freshman.
Yeah, it was rewarding. I actually had that as my lock screen for a while.
Of course you did.
I took a screenshot of the list and everything, and I would use that as motivation every day. Just kind of wake up and see that, not on the.
Oh, I didn't think I could do it.
So it's definitely, yeah, it's a good feeling, but we got a lot of season left still, and a lot more room that I can improve on and whatnot. So I'm just still motivated and just want to get after it, especially in this tournament coming up.
Everybody finds motivation from different things, right? And it's fun to know that you had the lock screen. It's like the NBA or NFL draft picks that are like, I can name everybody at my position ahead, right?
Yeah.
If you're Tom Brady, you'd have to name a lot of people there. But Kailey, for you, did you expect to come in and lead the Big 12 in three-point shooting percentage? I mean, that's a big deal. You should have been on the freshman team if we're talking about gripes, but honorable mention's a big deal. Did you expect to be that good out of the gate from three specifically?
No, I did not expect that. I think a lot of it comes from the attention that Lauren gets inside. She draws so much attention from the defense, so being able to get those open looks has been super helpful for me finding success.
Okay, let's talk about Kansas. They got you in the 2 meetings in the regular season, but you could have the last laugh in the tournament. What's that matchup like? And I love the idea that Tiana Jackson's second in rebounding in the league. And you two will go at it.
Yeah. Well, to back up your question before, Wooly is shooting in the gym nonstop. So I'm not surprised. The rest of us on the team were not surprised. That girl, you have to kick her out of the gym. She's in there constantly getting threes. So that's not a shocker for me at all. But as far as Kansas, yes, it's a good matchup. You know, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So I think we are, you know, looking forward to be able to come in and play them for that 3rd time. And yeah, they're a great team. They got great guards. They have, you know, great inside game as well. They work really well together. And yeah, it's going to be a good matchup for sure. We just got to come in and be able to hit shots. And I think that defensively we handled them well last time. And I think that if we put everything together between the last 2 games, we'll, you know, be able to pull out a W for sure.
Hey, getting a win in Kansas/Missouri, that'd be a big deal, right? And the Jayhawks, you know, are 45 minutes away. Any other thoughts on the matchup with Kansas? Third one here, Kailey?
I'm super excited to play them again. You know, they're a really good team, but I think we've also made a lot of changes and improved a lot since we've played them, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
Okay, let's talk about the mission of winning against your mission. First off, you made the decision to go on a mission, which is a huge individual decision. What went into that, given your fantastic freshman year, and how hard was it to do this?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on serving a mission. It wasn't even on my radar.
Really?
And then there was just a few things that fell into place. Like missions just kept being brought up in my life, and then it was just really on my mind. And I went to, I think it was Bednar's devotional here at BYU during February, and it was just all about engaging in the work and like helping gather Israel. And it just kind of, it hit me hard, and I just felt the spirit really strong, and I knew I needed to go serve. So then I opened my papers up that week and got them done and submitted them.
Wait, you telling me within the last 5 weeks you decided to go on a mission?
I think that's the timeline. It was like the beginning of February.
Wow.
I started, yeah.
So it hit you real hard.
Yeah, it did.
And so how long did it take you to submit papers and then get your call?
It was a week after I submitted them that I got the call.
This can be a very quick process.
Yes, it can.
It used to be not so quick when I went out. Okay, when you opened that letter, to me, that's like the most nerve-wracking moment / exciting of my entire life. What was it like for you to open up Baltimore, Maryland?
It's kind of a funny story. So we were in film that morning. I knew I was supposed to be getting my call that day, so right after we got out of film, I just went and checked my phone, and it was there. And so
Is it hard not to scroll down?
I just did. I opened it up, looked at it, called my parents really fast, said I'm going to Baltimore, Maryland, ran out to.
Yeah, we're like in the huddle, and she's like, I'm going to Baltimore, and we're all like, what?
So yeah, I didn't really do a traditional opening. I just wanted to know.
So it was like the public release. It was like a gender reveal. You tell the
so
people
casual,
close to
yeah.
you, but yeah. That's awesome. And when you saw Baltimore, what went through your mind? Because it could have been anywhere.
Yeah, it could have been
That
anywhere in the
moment
world.
is wild.
Yeah, I'd been super like stressed and kind of anxious about it that whole week, and so just being able to know where I'm going and be able to see it and start preparing just kind of was just a relief, honestly.
And when do you leave?
May 27th, start home MTC.
Very nice. So that's good. Yeah, you'll come back, and then I assume, will you miss 2 seasons because you're going to end up coming back in what, November, a year and a half?
Yeah, I'll
later?
come back November, December, rejoin the team on a redshirt year is my plan.
Kind of for winter semester.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
then I'll be back in fall.
Very cool. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a really big deal.
Thank you.
And it went so fast. That's amazing. Well, best of luck against Kansas, and we'll be listening on BYU Radio, watching on ESPN+. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.